Picture of a turkey dinner about to be served. From this calm, clean kitchen? Yes, out of the refrigerator, 20 minutes ago, came Swanson frozen main courses. Inside, waiting, there's a pitcher of V8 juice, a crisp tossed salad. Now here in the oven, the individual main courses are almost done. Yes, time's up. Go call Daddy. Tell him time to eat. Now put 'em on the plate and set 'em on the table. Generous servings of tender turkey with gravy, savory dressing, fluffy mashed potatoes. Wholesome, delicious, like home cooking. Picture of a dinner being enjoyed. Picture of a wife who pleased her family, eased herself. Picture of the way to do it. You can even give everyone his favorite with no extra work. They're the oven-quick foods that taste home-cooked. Swanson frozen main courses.
Ah, isn't it beautiful? You know, perfect time spent with the family, enjoying the time while dinner is being done by itself. Well, as you can see, this was a publicity from 1958, so it dates back, you know, when people were trying to save time and to find new solutions to spend less time in the kitchen but still eat healthy. So, and I don't know if you've noticed, but even now, 75 years later, we're still looking at some ways to spend that time, you know, enjoying the family and spending less time cooking. There are so many things out there. Just take a look. I went on YouTube and I searched easy recipe and quick recipe, just in French. All right. That's what came out that was added to YouTube just in the last 5 days, because you can filter the search. So these are new recipes only from 5 days ago in French. So I mean, this is amazing. And well, not surprising. What's surprising about that is that we have all these tools. These are great recipes, all these magazines, but no one really does it. No one still, when we look at the numbers, people still don't eat at home. So today, you know, what I want to do with you is bring a solution to that. That's my mission with you today. What we want to do is help the people, because the reason why people are not doing it and go to the restaurant and don't cook, it's just because they don't have the planification in their schedule. So today, I just want to help you get that schedule arranged so you can prepare meals in advance and be that perfect family where you enjoy that time around dinner time, and you don't do the rat race and go around like crazy when you arrive from dinner. So this is my goal for you. But before I do that, I just want to take some time to really bring to the table why you would want to prepare a schedule for meals. And oh, I know people don't like the word schedule, and maybe that's not the word I should use, but just get organized. I should say get organized for the meals. All right. So I want to give you first the reason why you want to do it, because if you know the why, then you'll want to do it. So before I give you all how to do it, I'm going to give you the why. So there's four main reason why I think, well, not I think, I know everybody should be organized with the preparation of meal. The first thing, and what's the most important, and we saw it in that publicity, is to save time. You know, when it's as easy as when I prepare a meal in advance, I either take it out of the fridge or I take it out of the freezer. I put it in the microwave, I reheat it. So there you go. In less than 10 minutes, you have a meal prepared on the table. So for time saving, this is the best solution when we talk about meal prep. The second reason why you want to get organized with your meal prep is to save money. Oh my God. And do I have things to say about that? First of all, the grocery price have increased since COVID of 28%. Okay, if I ask you who here has had an increase of 28% in their paycheck since COVID? Cricket, no one. All right. So this is the main reason when we talk about price is about money is the price is so has been increased so much since COVID. And of course, you want to not go as much to the restaurant because, as you can see with these statistics here, 54% of Canadians goes to the restaurant at least once a week. That's half of the country. And what's more concerning is the 40% that you see down there. 40% eat out for convenience, no time to cook, do not like or know how to cook. You see 52% because you have something happening, a party, whatever, but 40% because they just don't want to cook or they don't know how, all right? And when you look at the price of a homemade meal versus a restaurant meal, I mean, there's no comparison here. A homemade meal between $3 and $5 per person, you know, depending on the meat you use. And when you think about the restaurant, the average is between $22 to $57, again, depending on what type of restaurant you go. So in short, it can cost you minimum 4 times more than a meal cooked at home. So there you see, you have the big difference. You can take advantage of the specials when you prepare your meals in advance. You can buy in bulk. And of course, it's as simple as it's like having an extra income coming into your home just because you cook at home. The number 3 reason is to eat healthier. Again, it's really easy. When I bake my own food, I know what I'm eating. You know, there are those ultra processed foods that are not good for our health, for obesity, diabetes, cancer. And, you know, these are getting more and more attention because the health, everybody that works in the health department is going like, this is not good for us. And you know, as Canadians, how much do we eat? Too many, too many. If you look at the numbers, again, those are amazing. Just for when I'm thinking about the teenagers, 53% of teenager, their calorie intake per day comes from those processed food. And you know, the more you eat those foods, the more the quality of your diet deteriorates, and you have the most risk of having chronic disease, but also mental disease, which is, I mean, for me, it's a big for us, and we eat a lot of those. Well, basically, they have fat, sugar, salt, and a lot of additive that are not good for us. And the fourth reason why you want to prepare those meals is in advance. It's like you know, you want to go to the restaurant, you open up your fridge or you open up your freezer, and then you have the menu. What do you want to eat tonight? And that day where you have to eat something that comes from the freezer, everybody in the family can choose what they want to eat if you decide to freeze them in individual portions. So these are the reasons of why you want to really take the time to get organized, because once you are organized, it is very easy to do and it becomes an habit. So, but the real question is here, and the real reason why people don't do it is because they just don't know how. So I'm here to tell you the how. So what about the how, Annie? How can I be organized? Well, first of all, the step one, there's 3 steps. Step 1, build your repertoire of recipes that you like and that you don't mind eating often. Okay, so, and that, of course, that can be frozen or reheated easily. All right, so that's very easy. And you know, these there are so many, again, tools for that. You probably already have recipes that you like, that you don't mind eating. You want to have more ideas? I mean, Google is full of, you just type recipe and you have so many recipes there. You can try new ones and replace them. But and at Tupperware we have so many again. But and you can use Chat GPT. When I was talking with the director of my daughter's school today, and she was telling me her daughter just enter. I want 5 recipes with the special at my grocery, without mushroom, without this and that, and there you go. You have your whole meal, all the recipes there that you can adjust. And so the tools are there. It's really easy to build that recipe repertoire or that list. The step 2, which is the one where you would have to make a decision, is to choose the way you're going to put it in your schedule. And I'm going to share with you 4 ways that you can do your meal prep, depending on your family style, the way you live, if you're by yourself, if you, whatever, how you want to do it for what goes good with you. So the first way that you can do it, it's to cook once a month. That's what I used to do when I was single. When you're single, you don't want to cook all the time. It's boring to cook by yourself, for yourself. So I was going to the groceries once a month. So yes, even for the fruits and vegetables, in the first 2 weeks, I would eat what would go out longer, that would last less longer. And for the 2 weeks after, I would eat the fruits and vegetables that would last longer. So I would go, I hated doing the groceries. Now it's time for me. But it's very easy. You just take those 8, you decide on 8 recipes, and those 8 recipes, you have them with 8 portions. So you just need to sit down, choose them, go to the grocery. When I would do it, that's what I would do. And I would cook until 6 o'clock. And so it's very easy. You have 64 portions that you put in your freezer. Of course, to do that, you need to have a bigger freezer. That's something that I bought myself with Tupperware. And so that was very easy for me to do. 64 portions when you're alone, perfect. You have almost every day, you just take out some things. What do I have? What do I eat today? Very, very easy. You take it from the freezer and you just reheat it. So it's very, very easy. So that's the first way to do it. The second way that you can do it, if you don't want to cook for the whole month, and like I said, it's like 1 day, so it's very easy. The second one is you take a little bit less time, maybe 2 hours, where you cook once a week. Then you can decide on Sunday evening, this is your time to cook all the 5 meals for the week. That way, no day of the week you need to cook. Can you imagine that? So you can, again, just reheat them. You put them in the fridge and you reheat them during the week. So very, very easy to do. The third way to do it is to double or triple your recipes, because maybe you don't have that extra freezer, or maybe you don't want to have all of those container frozen, and you'd rather go it, not spend 2 hours on a Sunday evening. This is very easy. If you double or triple your recipes every time you cook, then you have, let's say you double, all right? I cook today, and for the next 2 weeks, I double all my recipes, and so instead of doing 4 portions, I do 8 portions. So I'm talking about my family because we're 4. So after a week, after those 2 weeks, I have 2 weeks of meal prepares in advance. And what I can do, if I don't want to eat the same things in the next 2 weeks, then I can add a few that I still cook for the next 2 weeks after, and I add it. And after a few weeks, you get a variety of all those meals prepares in advance. So that means 1 day out of 2, you don't need to cook. So that's another very simple way, because once the ingredients are out, if you do it a single 4 portion or 8 portion, it's about the same time. So better do it 8 portion then, or you can use it for lunch the next day if that's what you want, but you can use it for dinner next week. And that way, 1 day, can you imagine a life where 1 out of 2 days you don't have to cook? I know you like that. And the last one is is to cook, but as a group, which is so much fun. This is something you can do as an activity. Sometimes we don't have time. We say we don't have enough time to spend with our friends or with our family. This is a great way to do it and to create something that is practical at the same time. So you separate the portions depending on the number of member of of each family. You separate the cost. You can also buy in bulk because you buy a bigger portion. You can buy in different groceries because there's more people involved, so you can take advantage of all the specials. It goes faster, it's more fun because you're not by yourself. So you know, that's very easy, and you choose, of course, recipes that are easy to separate. And you know, that's the 4 ways that you can do it. After that, the step 3, it's just to choose your recipe. I mean, the first thing is, you know, to have that repertoire. Then you do them, and then you just choose your recipes depending on the special every week. So you have that repertoire. You say, okay, what I'm going to cook this week or this month, or depending on now, I'm going to the grocery. So this is just 1, 2, 3 step, and the last one, the most important step, it's just do it. Just do it. All right. This is so simple to do it, and I have a few tips to give you. First of all, start by cutting all the vegetables and place them by recipe. So much easier to when you cook. Second tip, start with the recipes that are the longest to cook. And then the third tip that is very important is to alternate your recipe between the oven, the stove, and the microwave. So in those, let's say when I was doing 8 recipes for the whole month, I would take 3 in the oven, 2 in the oven, 3 on the stove, and 3 on the microwave. So that way it's much easier. Sometimes I would even choose more in the microwave because it's the fastest way to cook. So, but you have to alternate, otherwise you're always stuck at the same place in your kitchen. And another tip that you want to have things prepared in advance for other meals, cooked rice and chicken that is already cooked, so fast to unfreeze, and you can prepare so many other meals starting with this, just those 2 ingredients. And you can also marinate your meat in advance in the freezer. This is also a great tip, so that you can cook easily. But then the thing is, to do all that, it takes you the products to do it. That's another reason why people don't do it, is first, they don't know how, but second, they don't have the great tools to do it. So these are my basic suggestions. These are what you should get first if you don't have them. And of course, I'm going to show you an example of if I want to buy those. If I'm a Tupperware member and I have 25% off, these are the prices. So it's about $1,000 for 2 kit of Fridge Smart, 2 kit of Crystal Wave, the 3 kit of the smaller Crystal Wave, and then 1 kit of the Tupperwave, which is the first tool you need to cook fast. This is the main Tupperware you need to have. The freezer mate, and of course the supersonic, which helps you chop those those vegetables very fast. But this is like at 25% when you're a Tupperware member, if you buy your Tupperware membership. But you know, there are other ways to get them at lower price. And you know, you buy the products that you need with the money that you save with the first few months. So you prepare your meals in advance. The money that you save by not going to the restaurant, by not eating out, by not having deliveries, by not buying things that are already prepared at the groceries, you put that money aside. You know what it costs you. I remember for me back in the days, it was $50 per week. So you put that money aside, and that will pay for your Tupperware. And of course, you can do a Tupperware party because you get them for free or half off. So that $1,000 goes down very fast when you do that. Or if you have an account, you can just say to the people around you, hey, by the way, I have a Tupperware account if you want to buy Tupperware, and you make 25% on those sales, and that 25% helps you pay for your Tupperware. So it's very easy to get organized. These are all the tools that you need to get ready to make those meal prepares in advance, so you can have more time with your family. course, save a lot of money, and to be more zen in your kitchen. So now the only thing that is remain is just do it. All right, just do it. Bye, everyone.